are back at this beautiful kitchen at a home in Staley Hills, a Hutt Midwest community located north of the river. With us today is Ben Hathaway from Paris Brothers Specialty Foods. As you'll recall, Jeremiah came in and taught us about planning, buying, and serving cheeses. And today, Ben's going to chat with us about what accompaniments we might want with our cheese. What are the pairings difficult to figure out, Ben?
Not particularly, no. While there's no hard and fast rules for how to pair food and cheese or wine and cheese, there are a few rules of thumb that you want to follow. And we have a few items in front of us here. We have a Chardonnay and a Cab here. And generally with your Chardonnays, you want to stick with lighter cheeses here. And we have a younger white cheddar out in front. And we also have a Manchego, and those generally will go fairly well with the Chardonnay. We also have a more intense Cab here. And to pair well with the Cab, we do have an aged blue and a aged Gouda as well. So those bigger flavors generally will go better with more intense, bigger wine.
Makes sense.
And along with other foods here, we also have some fresh fruits, grapes and raspberries. Those kind of sweet, juicy flavors will really cut through the drier saltiness that generally as a character of cheese. So those are kind of good accompaniments that'll also cleanse the palate as well.
Now, I also noticed these vinegars and such. What are those?
Well, these are balsamic reductions here, and we also have just a plain balsamic as well. Balsamic reduction is very nice with cheese. It's a little bit thicker, more viscous type of vinegar reduction, so it's a little more concentrated flavor to it, and tends to be a little bit sweeter. So with the acid flavor that you get from a balsamic, that's also a nice it's a nice contrast to maybe a creamier, fully fattier cheese. It kind of plays well on the palate. So with a balsamic reduction like this, you don't need much to go with the cheese, but if you're just going to make a single bite, a little piece of cheese on a cracker and just a dollop of a glaze on top, and that will kind of give you a full array of flavor there without really overpowering the cheese.
That sounds wonderful. Now, let's say we've had a great time at our event. Our guests have raved about what wonderful entertainers we are. Do you have suggestions on what we do with what's left?
Yeah, well, if you have leftovers, generally you want to try to eat them as fast as you can.
Oh, yeah.
But,
that's not a problem in my house. Okay.
But storing your cheese in your fridge, you always want to use your vegetable drawer. Your humidity is a little more controlled and the airflow is less. So generally lower humidity levels and colder temperatures tend to be an enemy of cheese overall.
Okay.
But being that it's a more hospitable environment in your fridge, wrapping your cheese, if you have any parchment at home, just a nice light wrap and parchment on the cheese and a loose wrap of saran wrap on the outside. That'll allow a little air pocket for the cheese so it doesn't suffocate, allows it to breathe a little bit.
Oh, interesting. I always thought we wanted to protect the cheese from the air. So that's a great tip.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. We've received some great tips today. For more HomeSense ideas, visit us at huttmidwest.tv.